Hey, in this video, we're going to look at sales price data for Wellington County. And when I say sales price, I'm talking about list prices, current list prices. I'm talking about average sale prices and median sale prices for communities throughout Wellington County. And when I say Wellington County, I'm talking from Puslinch and Guelph all the way up to Mount Forest in the north and all kinds of points in between. Stick around if you're thinking about buying or selling in Wellington County. This is the kind of information that you don't get every day. And it doesn't matter whether you're an investor or a first-time buyer or somebody that's looking to upsize or somebody that's looking to downsize. This kind of information is really, really good. You're going to love it. Stick around. We're going to get started right now. Hey, welcome. My name is John Zwart. I'm the broker of record at Home and Property Real Estate based out of Kitchener, and really appreciate you coming onto the channel. You can see that I'm sitting in front of my laptop, and what I'm going to do is turn off the video that you're watching here momentarily, and turn on a Zoom video, which is less quality in terms of the video production, but it'll allow me to show you the screen, and then we're going to get into the back end information that realtors typically see about and analyze the data pertaining to the sales, as I mentioned earlier, in Wellington County. So just stick with me. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back again. You can see my screen, and I'm in the Matrix portal, which is what realtors in the Waterloo Region Association of Realtors utilize for accessing real estate data, listings, and both current and past and sales and all of that type of information. And it's not only the Waterloo Regional Association of Realtors, it's also most of the boards throughout Southern Ontario, with the exception of Toronto. But anyway, so you can see here that I'm in Matrix, and what I'm going to do first of all is I'm going to go into Geo Warehouse. I just want to show you what we're looking at in terms of a bird's eye view, and then we'll take it from there. Okay, so here we are. This is different regions, and okay, so this is Waterloo Region. I mean. So basically, we're going to be looking at communities data from Puslinch through Guelph, Erin, Center Wellington, Mapleton, Minto, I guess over here, all the way up to just on the border of Mount Forest. And so I just wanted to give you a bit of a perspective on that. Now, I'm going to go back to Matrix here. And what we're going to do now is look at, we're going to do a search, okay? Or actually, what I want to do is stats. So you can see here, I'm going to move my picture over here. You can see that, there's standard presets for different types of statistics that you can analyze, number of new listings by board, average price the last 12 months, the days on the market, etc. I'm going to do a customized version. And basically what we're going to look at here is, I was tempted to do year to date, but we don't have enough data really to make that make a good analysis of various markets. So we're going to do the last 12 months. And then we're going to do here again, active listings, days to sell, expired listings, etc. We're going to scroll down here, and we're going to go the average sale price, and we're going to go by municipality, and it's going to be residential. And just let me scroll down here for a bit. And we're going to do just detached homes and freehold. And we're going to do Wellington County. Okay, so if you do Wellington County, now you can see here we've got Center Wellington, City of Guelph, Erin, Guelph, Eramosa, which is basically the area around the City of Guelph, Mapleton, Minto, Puslinch, and Wellington North. So that's what we're looking at in terms of the data. And we're going to generate a a graph here. So you can see over the last 12 months, and just so you know, we're at the 18th of March 2024. The date that this is being shot is not nearly as significant as what we're looking at is the ratios or the differences in markets between various markets in Wellington County. And those differences, they stay pretty consistent regardless of whether it's now, 2024, or if it was 10 years ago, or I'm willing to guess 10 years in the future. That change in terms of average valuations from one municipality to the next within Wellington County is going to be pretty consistent. But right now, over the last 12 months, we're looking at Puslinch being the highest valuation, followed by Erin, and then the area around the city of Guelph, which we call Guelph Eramosa. That includes the town of Rockwood, and then Center Wellington, and then the city of Guelph. Mapleton is very close to the city of Guelph in terms of valuation. And then you get quite a drop off, Wellington North and Minto being the most affordable options for housing in the county. So now if you look at the data that supports this graph, you can see that the average valuation in Puslinch was 1.5. The average in Erin was 1.3 and change. Guelph Eramosa was 1.175. Center Wellington was just over $1,010,000 basically. City of Guelph was 951,000. Mapleton 924. And then Wellington North drops down to 691, almost 692, and Minto down to 593 almost. So that's quite a variation. And, if you look now, let me just do one other thing here. I'm going to recategorize this, and instead of saying the average sale price, we're going to go median sale price. Okay, so now we're going to look at these these communities in terms of. I did that wrong here. Okay, so we'll look at the chart first, or the graph. So here you can see it's pretty consistent. Now what we mean by median versus average is, let's say that you had 100 sales. That this represented 100 sales, and then the median would be 50 or 50 and 51. And and so it's the midpoint. It's the sale that happens halfway. So half the sales are lower priced and half the sales are higher priced. That's what we call the median. And so that's now, if you look at the data on that, 1.43, 1.187, 1.048, 885, 885, 846, 672, 560. So I don't recall off the top of my head what the exact numbers were for each of these communities in terms of the average, but the average and the median in this case seem fairly close. The reason why you want to pay attention to that is because it's not always the case. Sometimes there's quite a difference between the average sale price and the median sale price. And that's just helpful information to know. Now, I'm going to switch to another thing here, and I'm going to have to move this over. What we've got here are all of these tabs. I've set them up ahead of time, and basically they pertain to the various municipalities that we talked about earlier. So this here is the Puslinch region, which is, and we're looking at only detached homes. And it says here that there are currently, and these are active listings, so it's not sales data, but it's listing data in this case. So now here you see that the average list, or the list prices in Puslinch, vary from 525, say, up to, we'll have to load some more here. Up to 9,895,000. So, now if you go through this a little bit slower, you can see that there's quite a few higher priced homes in Puslinch. Bigger homes really on acreages, more kind of rural out in the country. Because that's basically what Puslinch is, but it's in a great location. It's a beautiful area and uh, great proximity for travel to Toronto or to Kitchener, Waterloo, or anywhere with the 401 right there. And yeah, uh, so that's kind of the range, 524, 9 down to 9,895,000. That's Puslinch. Now, if we go to the next one here, we've got Erin. Erin is the range is 539 up to 3,995,000. Now that's current listings, and right now it's limited to 18 listings in that marketplace. And then going on to the next one here, we have 23 results for Guelph, Eramosa. And if you look at the map here, you can see this is the city of Guelph proper, and all of the Guelph, Eramosa really refers to the listings that happen around Guelph, and that includes Rockwood, the town of Rockwood, and it's kind of next to the Erin area. And now here, the lowest price currently is just under 800,000. And again, going all the way up to almost 4 million. And now that's 70 acres, so that's kind of a rural property. For some reason it got bunched together with residential. But anyway, 2.7. You could almost say, if you took this one out of it, you could say that the range is from 2.7 down to 800 in that range. And again, depending on when you look at this information, it is going to change, but that's current data. And do the houses sell for these prices? Yes, in today's market, I would say it's pretty close. But each listing is different. Sometimes people have unrealistic expectations as to what they should expect for their home. And if you see that a house has sat on the market for a while, then you might notice that maybe they've done a price decrease because they were a little too optimistic. Or if they haven't done a price decrease, then it might sit there for a long time. And every situation is different, but just in generally speaking, we're looking at that range for Guelph, Eramosa. Now, the next area that I've identified here is Center Wellington, and that includes, Elora, Fergus, Belwood, places like that. Now, here, the very first one that shows up is actually a mobile home in a mobile trailer park, and I put down. I think it's a retirement community actually, but I in my parameters I put down freehold. So this is really not freehold. Freehold means that you own the building and you own the land, and in this case here, it's a land lease. So if we took that one out of the equation, the range is from 705 up to, we'll have to load more here. Just give me a second here. Yeah, up to 3.149. So, and then the one immediately before that is 2,750,000. So, and there's quite a few in the 2 million range, and then quite a few more in the 1 million to 2 million range. And then, yeah, quite a few there. And then we get, in terms of below a million, yeah, quite a few there as well. So, and that's, 59 results. So that's a lot of listing data for this particular market. Moving on, we've got the city of Guelph. Now, the city here we have 73 results, and the range is from just under 600,000 uh, up to 2.9 almost 2.895, and that's the city of Guelph proper. Um, so that's interesting, and you can now. Yeah, going back to what I was showing you earlier, if we flip back to this here, what's beautiful about this data, is that it is actual sales that have happened in the last 12 months. And so, sometimes when you look at listings, as a realtor, sometimes you look at that as pie in the sky. People don't always have realistic expectations. So you don't really know if you're trying to value your own house, getting it ready for sale. Listing data is one piece of the puzzle because you're looking at comparables. You're looking at who you're competing against. But in terms of real valuation, I think you're better off looking at actual sales data. And a year out is actually too much. We want to kind of do it within 3 months, say 2 to 3 months, maybe up to 6 months depreciation, because sometimes you have to. Um, you've got to look at a bigger segment of data just to get an accurate assessment. Anyway, just thought I'd throw that in there. Moving on, we've got three more. This one here is 15 results for Mapleton Township. Now, Mapleton incorporates Rothsay. If you kind of drill down into these, yeah, yeah. So basically, not including Palmerston, right on the border of Tiviadale, uh, and basically kind of it incorporates Alma and Glen Allen and more, yeah, kind of like that area, this area in here. And the pricing, there's one property in Moorefield that's listed for just under 400,000, and then Drayton jumps up to almost 800,000. Then there's quite a few here in Drayton. These are newer homes, actually brand new homes built. The builder is selling them, and then homes that have yet to be constructed on building lots that are available. And then we get into the 1.1, 3.89 up to, in Drayton. Now, I don't know, this one here, you'd have to drill into why is that price where it is. Maybe it's the land, maybe it's the potential, but seems a bit high to me just at face value when you look at the house. And then this one here, 50 Carriage Crossing. This is one of my listings, actually, 1.349. But anyway, that's kind of the range for Mapleton. Then we get into Minto. Minto is, if you remember that graph, is lower priced. There's quite a drop. It's the lowest price within the different communities in Wellington County on average. And it's, basically $100,000 difference between Wellington North and Minto. So Minto represents tremendous value, actually. And if you look here, there are, what are we at here? There are 34 results, and the range is from 380,000 for a home in Harriston, a simple it looks like a wartime bungalow. 400, 520, 539, there are some higher priced homes there as well, but really Minto represents good value. Now, of course, it doesn't matter if you need to be somewhere else. If your work is taking you, if you're living in Puslinch or in Guelph, for example, and your work is taking you to Mississauga, then it doesn't really make sense to live in Minto. But if you're on this side of Brampton, it might make sense, so in terms of work. So, and if you're nearing retirement, if you're or if you are retired and you have some flexibility as to where you might want to live, then this represents really good value, this community. And then finally, we're looking at Wellington North, which again represents really good value. This includes Mount Forest. Now, not all of Mount Forest, but a lot of Mount Forest. And then like because Mount Forest is kind of on the border with Grey County, and I forget the name of the township there, but it'll come to me. But anyway, here you've got, these are good value properties as well, and it's a beautiful area. That's the other thing. Uh, just from an aesthetics, landscape aesthetics. And in terms of community, it's also quite nice looking. Oh, now look at that. Here's Mapleton. This should have been, um, I don't know why they put that in Wellington North, but that happens on occasion. But this is mostly Mount Forest, Arthur, Conn. Anyway, that's some nice homes, nice properties. And the range again is from 3.2 basically up to 327. So 10 times, so basically the range. So I think that's it. Just give me 2 seconds and I'm going to flip back to the other. Okay, so that's that. I hope that you found this information helpful, that you were able to delve into it. And if you want to delve into it even further, if you're really looking for specific data pertaining to a certain style or size of house or a certain price range, maybe it's not detached. Maybe you're looking for a semi-detached home or for strictly for a bungalow or for a condominium unit, whatever it is, we can help you with that. I'd love to be able to work with you personally. Just reach out to me, and I'm happy to engage you in further conversation and provide all the data that you need so that you can make an informed decision. And if you liked what you saw here, I would appreciate it as well if you could hit the like and subscribe buttons and also the bell notification for future videos. Our objective, or my objective personally here, is to provide lots of valuable information, and I know that the algorithms are looking to steer people in the right direction as well, and so anything that you can do to assist me in that regard also helps people to find this channel and find this information. Anyway, that's all for today. I hope that you liked what you saw, and again, we'll talk again soon.